Hello everyone, welcome all of you in online lecture series of Internet of Things subject, in which today is our 7th lecture on IOT. In today's lecture we will see the introduction of C. My name is Pooja Subhash Rao Deshmukh from International Center of Excellence in Engineering and Management College, Aurangabad. Today we are going to discuss some topics, that is, what is C programming language, what is the history of C language, then what are the basic commands used in C language, then applications of C and why we learn C language, and how C programming language works. These topics we will cover in today's lecture. Now let's get started with the what is C programming language. C is a general purpose programming language that is extremely popular, simple and flexible to use. It is a structured programming language that is machine independent and extensively used to write various applications, operating systems like Windows and many other complex programs like Oracle database, Guild, Python, Interpreter and many more. It is said that the C is a God's programming language which is coming from God. Why? Because one can say that C is a base for the programming languages. If you know the C language, you can easily grasp the knowledge of any other programming languages that uses the concept of C languages. Also, it is essential to have the background in other computer memory mechanism, because it is important aspect when dealing with the C programming languages. Now we will see what is the simple definition of C language. C is a high level and general purpose programming language that is ideal for developing firmware or portable applications. Originally intended for writing system software, like C was developed at Bell's Labs by Dennis Ritchie for the Unix operating system in the early of 1970. So we will see next what is the history of C language. The base or father of programming languages is ALGOL, A-L-G-O-L. It was first introduced in 1960. It was used on the large basis in European countries like ALGOL. ALGOL introduced the concept of structured programming to the developer community. Then in 1967, a new computer programming language was announced, which is called as BPCL, which stands for Basic Combined Programming Language. BPCL was designed and developed by Martin Richard specially for writing system softwares. This was the era of programming languages. Then after 3 years, in 1970, a new programming language called B was introduced by the Ken Thompson that contained multiple features of BPCL. This programming language was created using Unix operating system and AT&T and Bell Laboratories. Both BPCL and B were system programming languages. Then after that, in 1972, a great computer scientist, that is name is Dennis Ritchie, created a new programming language which is called as C at the Bell Laboratories. It was created from ALGOL, BPCL and B programming language. This language is a combination of these three languages. Then C programming language contains all the features of these languages and many more additional concepts that make it unique from the other languages. Then C is a powerful programming language which is strongly associated with the Unix operating system. Even most of the Unix operating systems is coded in C language. Then initially C is a programming was limited to the Unix operating systems, but as it started spreading around the world or around the overall world, it became commercial and many compilers were released for the cross platform systems. Today C runs under the variety of operating systems and hardware platforms also. As it started evolving, many different versions of the languages were released. At that time, it became difficult for the developers to keep the latest versions as the systems were running under the older version. So due to that, to ensure C language will remain standard, American National Standard Institute, that is ANSI, define a commercial standard for C language in 1989. Later on, it was approved by the International Standards Organization, that is ISO, in 1990, and C programming language is called ANSI, ANSI. Languages such as C, C++, Java, which is developed from C language, and these languages are widely used in various technologies. Thus, C forms a base for the many other languages which will currently in use. This is the history of C language. Then we will see what are the basic commands in C. These are some basic commands which we'll use in C language. The first one is #include stdio.h. Means what? This command include standard input output header file, that is stdio.h, from the C library before compiling a C program. Next one is int main. Int main means what? It is the main function from where C program execution begins. Also, open braces indicate the beginning of the main function. Then some comments we are writing in this program in the format, that is slash, some formats with end of slash. Whatever the written inside this command is C program, it will not be considered for the compilation and execution. Then printf is hello world and finish it with the semicolon. Then this command prints the output on the screen. Then getch is a command used for any character input from the keyboard. Then return 0. Return 0 is a command which is used to terminate C program from main function and it returns value 0. Then close brace is used to indicate the end of the main function. This is the commands which is used in C language. Now, what are the applications of C language? First of all, C language is widely used in embedded systems. Also, it is used for developing system applications. Then it is used for the developing desktop applications also. Most of the applications which is by Adobe are developing using C programming languages. Then fifth one is used for the browsers, for developing browsers and their extensions like Google's Chrome inbuilt using C programming language. Then sixth one is used to develop databases, like MySQL is the most popular database software which is built in using C language. Then seventh is used in developing operating system like Windows, Apple OS, then Microsoft Windows and Symbian, these are. Then it is used for developing desktop applications as well as mobile phones operating systems. Then eighth one is it is used for the compiler production. and also it is used in Internet of Things applications. Everyone knows what are the IoT applications. I like connected appliances, smart home security systems, autonomous farming equipment, then wearables, health monitors, smart factory equipments, wireless inventory trackers. These are the IoT applications. Then next point is why learn C language? Why we are study or why we are learning the C language? That as we discussed earlier, C is a base language for many programming languages. So learning of C language is the main language will play an important role while studying other programming languages. Also it share some concepts such as data types, operators, control statements and many more. Also C can be used in widely various applications, like it is a simple language and provide faster execution. Also there are many jobs available in C developer in the current market. Then C is a structured programming language in which program is divided into various modules, and each module can be written separately and together it forms a single C program. Also this structure make it easy for testing, maintaining and debugging process. Then C contains 32 keywords, various data types and set of powerful built-in functions that makes programming very efficient. Another one is it can extend itself. Therefore, C program contain various functions which are a part of a library. Then we can add our features and functions to the library of C language. Then we can access and use these functions anytime we want in our program. This feature make it simple while working with complex programming also. Then another is various compilers are available in the market that can be used for the executing programs written in this language. Also it is a highly portable language, which means program written in C language can run on other machines also. Then this feature is essential if we want to execute the code on another computer. So therefore we learning this language. Next one is how C programming language work. We know that why we are learning this language, but we don't know how to program this language. So we will study in that how C programming language works. Here in the figure you can see the three blocks, that is writing a source code, compiling a source code and linking object files. Source code name is .c, compiling source code name is .obj or .o and linking object file name is .exe. Then we will see how it works. C is a compiled language. A compiler is a special tool that compile the program and convert it into the object file, which is machine readable, not human readable. Compiler what do? A compiler is a special tool which compile the program and convert it into the object file, which is convenient to the machine, means our computer. After the compilation process, the linker will combine different object files and create a single executable file to run the program. Once again I repeat it. After compilation process done, our linking object files means our linker will be combine different object files and create it in a single executable file to run or to execute our program. Nowadays, various compilers are available online also, and you can use any of those compilers also. The functionality will never different, and most of the compilers will provide the features which is required to execute both C and C++ programs. So these are some compilers which is available online also, that is Clang compiler, MinGW compiler, Portable C compiler and Turbo C compiler. So in this compiler you can compile your program online as well as. Then we will see what is the summary of this lecture. What we have studied in the lecture: C was developed by Dennis Ritchie in 1972. This is our first point. Then second, it is robust language or low programming level language which is close to machine language. Also it is widely used in software development field. Then it is a procedure and structure oriented language. Also it has full support of various operating systems and hardware platforms also. Then many compilers are available for executing programs which is written in C. Then compiles the source file and generates an object file. Then linker links all the object files together and create one executable file which can run on C language compiler. Then it is highly portable language. Here our first point, that is introduction to C, is finished. Thank you very much.